All right, second graders, welcome to our mini lesson for Thursday. This is our math mini lesson, and we're going to start with this opener. So take a look at these base 10 blocks. How many? What's the value here? How many base 10 blocks are there? And remember, you can always pause the video. How many are there? What did you count? How did you count them? What is the value shown? Did you count by tens? Did you go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54? That's one way to do it. There are 54 here, so I counted 54. You might have counted by tens like I did, or maybe you counted this way. Maybe you went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and maybe you counted that way until you got to 54. Both work, but there are 54 base 10 blocks here, and you can count them by ones, or you could have counted by tens and then added up the ones. Both would work, but the value shown is 54. Take a look here. How many are on this slide? What did you count? Pause the video and count. All right, welcome back. What did you count? How did you count them? What is the value shown? How much is this right here? This is a flat, right? Remember how much this is? This is 100. So you could count, you could say 100, 110, 120, 130, 131, 132, 133, 134, 135, 136, 137. The value shown is 137. Did you count by 100s and then add up the tens like I did? Or did you count each cube? Both work. There are many different ways for us to count. Okay, you are going to use your tools to build the number 45. And then we're going to write it in two different ways. So if you look here at the slide, we are going to use base 10 blocks. We're going to use expanded notation, which we learned about yesterday, and we're going to use standard notation. So we're going to build the number 45 first. So if you look here, you're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to need 4 tens. And how many ones? 5 ones, right? So we'll need 4 tens and we'll need 5 ones. Get your materials. 2, 3. Okay, do you have your materials? 4 tens and 5 ones? Nice. Now, how would we write 4 tens? We could write it like this. We could say, oh, this marker's dead. We could say 4 tens. We could also write it as 40. Because each of these is 10. 10, 20, 30, 40. Now, writing 45 in standard notation, we would have to add the ones plus the tens. So we have 5 ones and we have 40, right, in the tens place. So we, for expanded notation, would write down 5 plus 40. Or we could write down 40 plus 5. And then standard notation is just the number. It's how you normally or typically would write it. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to build some more numbers. So you are going to need a piece of paper, or if you have a whiteboard, get a whiteboard, and we're going to set up a double T chart, just like I did. and just like is on the slide. So you're going to need you're going to basically make a double T. So 2 lines down, 1 line across. We're going to do base 10 blocks, expanded notation, and standard notation. So you don't have to write it all out perfectly, but I do need you to make the double T. And what I would do is pause the video because I think I'm probably going pretty fast. So pause it, set it up, and then come back. All right, welcome back. We are going to build the number 86, the number 86. So we're going to start with, goodness gracious, hang on. Here we go. With the number 86. So I'm going to write it in standard notation first. So first, write 86. Next, you're going to show this number in 2 different ways. So you're going to show this number in expanded notation and with base 10 blocks. I want you to pause the video and then come back so we can go over it together. Alrighty, welcome back. So we're going to write this number 86 in 2 different ways. First, we're going to write the base 10 blocks. So we would need to make, well, we have 6 ones and we have 8 tens. So I am going to do 6 ones first. All right, and then I need to do 8 tens. So remember, for tens, we just make a line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would be 86. Now in expanded notation, we would write 6 plus, how many? It would be 6 plus 80. Or you could do 80 plus 6. That would be okay too. 80 plus 6 would work too. Okay, now I'm going to erase and we're going to do another example. And this example is going to go into the hundreds place. So if it's going into the hundreds place, we're going to need our flats as well. So we are going to build the number 102. We're going to build the number 102. 102. So I'm going to write that in standard notation first. 102. Okay? Now, for base 10 blocks, what would we need? How many do we have in the ones place? We have 2. So we are going to need 2 ones. Put your 2 ones here. Okay? Then, do we have any tens? No, 0 tens. So do we need any of these? No, we don't. How many 100s do we need? Just 1. 100. So we need 1 flat. So I'm going to make 1 flat. That's it. 102. For expanded notation, we would write down 100 plus 2. There's nothing in the tens place, so we would just do 100 plus 2. We could also do 2 plus 100. Okay? All right, we're going to do one more example. The number in standard notation is 120. 120. Write down 120. And now we're going to build the number 120, and we're going to put it into base 10 blocks and expanded notation. I want you to try this on your own first. Pause the video and then come back. All right, welcome back. This one is tricky. And you might have noticed it's similar to the other number we did. Before we did the number 102. This is the number 120. Similar, same digits, but they're in different place values, which is really important to pay attention to. So let's start with base 10 blocks. How many ones are there? 0. So do we need any of these little cubes? No, I'm going to toss it to the side. We don't need it. How many tens do we need? How many tens? 2 tens. So I'm going to put 2 tens down. 2 tens, 20, right? How many hundreds do we have? What number's in the hundreds place? Number 1. So we just need 100, 1 flat. Here it is. Okay. Now in expanded notation, we would have to write down, we could do it either direction. I like to start with the largest place value or the largest value, which in this case would be hundreds. So I'm going to write 100 plus 20. Do we have any ones? No. You could write 100 plus 20 plus 0. That would be okay. Or you can just write 100 plus 20. They are both correct. All right. Now, just a couple questions. What did you notice today? What are you wondering about? What did you learn? You can always watch this video a second time if that's helpful for you. You're going to do some practice problems on Seesaw using the same type of format. So you're going to fill in some blanks. So I'm going to give you the number in standard notation, and you're going to write the base 10 blocks down, and you're going to write it in expanded notation. Then you're going to work on an IXL activity. Today we're doing IXL. We will do ST Math again, but we won't do ST Math every day. All right, second graders, I hope this is making sense. If you're confused, ask me questions. Send me questions and tell me if you're having a hard time. This is tricky stuff, but I know you can do it. Make sure you use your materials to help you.